Hi, I'm Donville Mayers. Welcome to Reflections on Life. Enjoy. Executions. Their aim is to destroy. Their aim is to kill. Their aim is to devastate, to break our will. Many millions have died in their hands. Oh yes, they have spread over varying lands.
Hurry up!
All
A bomb
methods
is
of
coming!
death have they tried.
Look
The
out!
victims were innocent, helpless. Their hands were tied. The great nations have all been apart. They're the ones whom some have said they are cold, they don't have a heart. They found joy in gassing their victims to death, until hardly any was alive, till hardly any was left. Beheading, firing squad, hanging, whatever method was used. There is no doubt that man was abused. But why is man so thoughtless? Why is man so bad? Is it that he's just gone mad? Facing death. I was running. I could not believe my eyes. I was facing death. No matter how hard I tried. Its doors were open, ready and waiting. I could not stop it with all my hating. It had me for sure. I could not get out. My paths were chosen, selected my route. That was my destiny. That was my hope. I knew my family, they just could not cope. Darkness walked with me, as all ounce of life did my body flee. Still and quiet was I, my clothing all wrinkled up and dry. But I was not alone. Many were there. I was the grips of death. I no longer fear. I waited for what? I don't know. Maybe to the great beyond I will go. It all happened so fast, like a bad memory from the past. In a split second, I had gone. I remember those victories in this life I won. Gone with me they went, when death did over me bent. My fleeting nature at last was seen. It faded to the great unknown, to the great in-between. The soldier and the lucky chain. From 3 years old he had this chain, in times of grief and in times of pain. One day when his mom was very sick, he took out his chain and gave it a lick. The other day his mother was all good and well, giving thanks to the chain which drew her from the jaws of hell. When he was of age he went to fight, knowing very well his chain would give him his might. Through the battlefield he went, going wherever his commander sent. It was going good for a time. The enemy soon advanced on his line. He now drew nigh to the chain, knowing very well his prayers were not in vain. He slew 200 men that day, still being convinced that his chain was away. At his deathbed, in an enemy camp, he clutched the chain on an old oil lamp. "Save me, oh save me," he cried. Very soon he gave up his ghost and died. Confusion is a state of mind, spreading like a wild vine, entangling the most luscious and green. In life, confusion is mean. It spreads and it destroys all plant life. Everything is dry now, no war, no strife. Confusion seems to have won the battle, until it hears the noise of the cattle. In reality, it is so. Confusion has lost the battle, you know. Death, the conqueror. Cries of the innocent cry out in the red street. Violence finally became the lion's meat. The desolation told its own story. The destruction wrote its own history. The wind laughed at it all to see its demise, its fall. Perforated walls cry out in pain, severely wounded, supported only by a cane. Ghostly screams echo, 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 echo in the past. Then the deaf laugh, ha ha ha, victory at last. Not a grass grew there anymore. Everything was contaminated, nothing pure. It was then that war revealed himself to me. As a mighty conqueror, one who had won the victory. I'm eternal and cannot die, was his great boast. How he conquered everyone, killing them at most. At his side stood hate, who claimed to be the one to instigate. These are all my trophies, he claimed. But war was angry and felt ashamed. His anger was kindled so hot that he saw his life to improve his lot. A heated battle ensued, with the consequences surpassing our definition of rule. When the smoke cleared and deadly silence again reigned, death knocked at their doors, for they had inflicted pain. To end their pain, their misery, they willingly opened, and death, the body slain. Death, the conqueror. Love. With love comes a dark shadow, the pretenders stretching out their hands to those in war. With love comes deception. The fools don't know, they give a warm reception. The love stage had been set, the actors not been sprinkled, but soaked and wet. Day by day they fall into its snare. After thousands of lessons, they still will not hear. Dressed to death and polite is love, with the perfumed fragrance. Some say it must be from above. But the day came when love was found naked, and it scrambled in the bushes where it hid. On the ground was found deception and hate. And besides these were the undergarments of destruction and retaliate. Love was found out after all, for behind its actions were ulterior motives. That was its fall. At its deathbed, it all came out. At its deathbed, it all came out. For money, for pride, for a sweet mouth. We found out then that it was not real, but false, a farce, hidden behind a veil. Love. The slave master. They have limited knowledge. Little do they know, this slave master is an actor. He puts on a show. He tells them to work and everything will be alright. And they do it with all their strength and all their might. Many a stranger have passed through his gate. There were so many, it is hard to investigate. The sweat pours from their face, and their backs cry out in pain. Yet he will not give them no ease, because to accumulate and to get rich is his only aim. His lies and deception are many, yet he finds it so difficult to spare an extra penny. Business is slow, is his common cry, and it's a pretense, a farce, a disguise. But as the saying goes, the tables must turn, and those who once taught now must learn. For he thinks he will always have it his way, but someday he will have to pay. To the believer in God, justice will be served. For God will intervene, and this nonsense will be curbed. To the others, the fittest must live, and to the others, he will fall from the sieve. He does not realize he's a fleeting thing, and someday the morning cries will ring. For it is at that time, when he thinks he have it made, that a dark shadow will be cast, and he'll fade. The slave master. Life, the killer. I dreamt a dream about life, and I saw a man cutting a man with a knife. I proceeded to ask about this, but he slashed at me, but missed. He said that life took his wife, and that was why he cut him with a knife. Then I told him that death was the one that took her away, but he told me that it was life that led us astray. Then I proceeded to ask, for I could not comprehend how life could be a killer when death's wounds it did mend. He told me I was a fool and didn't know how life was life's enemy, a foe. It carries us to the sights of this world, then into the dark alley we are hurled. It is there that we are ambushed by death, and in the alley our lifeless body left. But that is why the blood of life must be shed. It took my wife, and soon it'll take your head. It was then that I awoke, only to find the hands of death ready to choke. Around the alley bend, life ran away. He had trapped me. Now there I lay.